Hello, party people. Hello, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today, and you guys, I have a super fun project. So, many of you may have seen that I am going to be live on Jesse James Beads on this last Friday. I was live and I made a project over there. Well, this is future me being like, oh, let me just make a video for the YouTube. So if you want a chance to see that project and you didn't get a chance to catch it on the Facebook Live for Jesse James Beads, here it is. And you guys, I have all of the ice cream mixes. And I'm going to show you a really cool bracelet. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get down to the mat, get this party started. Here we are. These are all the ice creams, you guys. I'm super excited. So I have a super cool project planned using these tubes. So I have some of these tubes, these exact ones, listed on my website. They are about 1 inch long, and you can run over to Thunderhorse-Descendant.com, www.thunderhorse-descendant.com, and grab up some of those. They come in a pack of, I want to say they come in a pack of 10. Something to that effect. These are the larger ones, and these are the ones we're going to use today. All right, these are all the ice creams, and we're just going to take a quick little look at them. So if you didn't get a chance to catch that on Jesse James Beads, they have 9 of these new ice creams, and these are the ones we're going to use today. So of course, we have to start with my favorite, which is orange. So this one is orange creamsicle. Okay. So I have that one. Cookie dough. Mint chocolate chip, which I used mint chocolate chip and vanilla bean in my necklace that I made. That came out on Jesse James Beads on Sunday, and it came out on this channel, Thunderhorse Descendants channel, on Monday. If you didn't get a chance to catch that one, you can check those out. Banana cream. That's what banana cream looks like. Cookie Monster, which I think Cookie Monster, I'm really interested in Cookie Monster. I would like to see it. So just FYI, the only 2 that I've ever actually busted open was these 2, because I wanted to save that to do with you guys. So we are going to take a look at that. Here we have strawberry cream, cute little ice cream cones, and taro root. Looks like it's got some mermaid pearls in there, and root beer float. So now I did see a couple of people make with root beer float and I think cookie dough. So that's been cool. There's projects all over if you're looking for to see these in action. But we are about to break into some of them and get the real Scooby-Doo on what's going on. Okay, so we're going to bust into orange creamsicle. This is the first one, and we're going to start making with this right away. So here are the things you're going to need for the project. We are making a multi-strand bracelet using the tubes. You are going to need some 3mm bead covers, bead covers, and some crimp tubes. We're also going to be using medium soft flex beading wire. So you can use any color you want. I am going to use a bunch of the different colors of beads, so I just went with the silver one. But this is soft flex in medium, okay? So that's the one we're going to be using. And then you're going to need your chain nose. You're going to need your cutter tool. That's about it. It's a pretty easy project, you guys. I'm super excited about this. So let's bust into orange creamsicle. Now this is I have not opened this before, so these are kind of first impressions at this point. Okay, so this is all the beads that you get in orange creamsicle. So right off the bat, the ones that are sticking out to me are these guys. Orange is my favorite color, in case you were wondering. You're like, why orange? Because I just like it. I don't know why. So these are cool. Are these glass? Yeah, glass. These ones are also interesting. Kind of a different little shape. Those are also glass. I really like these. Does this have any... I was hoping for some drops, but I'm not seeing any drops. Maybe these guys? Oh, those could be cute. And what is this? This is weird. I don't know what that is. Kind of looks mosaic, but they're not glass. Maybe it's clay? I think it's clay. Interesting. All right, so this is what we are going to work with first. So we're going to make a bracelet with orange creamsicle. As we go, I'm sure we will get further and further into the beads. Look, there's some little hearts, there's some gold potato chips. I'm in it. Let me get organized and we will start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this the first time, because we're going to do this with all of these mixes. Okay, so I just want to show you kind of my process of how I'm doing this. So my plan for this is we need to split these up into 2 separate bunches of beads to see what we got working with. So we're just going to go like this. I'm just finding pairs, making sure each side has a match. So that's all I'm doing. This is pretty much my process on most of the mixes. I just like to see what I'm working with. There's some cute little hearts. I like those. I'm planning to make 2 strands, maybe more with this one, but we shall see. These have bead caps. I don't know if I want to bead cap those. I really like those. We shall see. Oh, these are cute. I like those. Those are glass. They got a nice finish on them. Pretty. We got a few pearls. Got some little fireballs. Some Chinese crystal. These little guys. Super cute. And then these clay ones. I'm pretty sure they're clay. More hearts. I got a few cage beads. And some little gold sparkle rondelles. I really like these little tiny ones. I've really been liking them a lot lately. I don't know why. So this is kind of just the process of how I split them up when I'm starting projects. I just want to know what I'm working with. I got 1 extra potato chip, and we'll put him to the side. Okay, so here we are with our 2 strands. So basically my idea is that these are going to be both strands. There's quite a few beads in these mixes, so we might actually be able to do 4. But for right now, I'm just going to start with 1 little cup. If we have to, you know, do 4 strands, then we'll make that decision as we go. So let me zoom you out. I'm going to get my soft flex. Now, my idea for this is that I'm going to make just an average 7 bracelet. So I'm going to take about, probably, what is that, about 10 or 11 inches. I'm going to take just about a foot, but probably actually more like 11, and cut it. Let me just give that a measure so I know. I'm telling you guys the right thing. Yeah, it's like just about 11 inches on the dot. Okay, so before we start even working with beads, what we need to do is we got to get prepared. Oh, yeah, just spilt my little tubes all over the place, of course. So in order to start this bracelet out and get these beads on the tube, we are going to take our soft flex. So this is how you're going to do it every time. We're going to do this a lot, so No worries if you don't get it the first time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tie an overhand knot in the soft flex. You're going to bring it down to the end here, and you're going to have a little bit of a tail. I'm going to get my chain nose, and I am just going to give this a little pull because I want it to be tight. Okay, so that's all I got is an overhand knot in my wire. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3mm bead cap, and I'm going to go on top of the knot cover. I'm sorry, bead cover. I'm going to come in here with my chain nose, and I'm just going to close that right up over the knot. Now, it is important for this project that you get it lined up, completely closed. There's nothing weird sticking out, okay? So there we go. So this is the portion that is going to go into our tube. Now, to protect our wire that's going to come out of that tube, because that tube is metal, we are going to take a crimp tube. We're going to bring it down as closely as you can get to the bead cover, and you're going to flat crimp. So by flat crimp, you're just squishing it. That's all you're doing, flat crimp. This is not actually doing anything for stability of our bracelet. This is just to protect the strand while it's moving in the tube, okay? So I'm going to show you how to put it in the tube, but first we're going to come in here and we're going to trim off this little piece of wire, okay? If you don't feel comfortable, you want to leave just a little smidge of wire, perfectly fine. You just got to make sure you're going to be able to fit this into this tube, okay? And there we go. We're ready to start. So you can kind of get the idea here. What we're going to do is we're going to make at least, we want to give these beads space, okay? So in order to do that, there's a couple of options. We could go with some 6mm seed beads that match. Or, my idea, put a little cup chain in between, okay? Let me grab the cup chain that matches this color, and I will be right back. So I went and got all my cup chain options. I mean, these are just some of them. Some of my cup chain options. I grabbed up some multicolor cup chain because we're going to be using a lot of different colors. I got pink, I got purple, I got clear. I think for this orange one, I do have yellow, but I kind of want to reserve that one for my yellow stuff I got over there. So I think I'm just going to use clear for the orange bracelet. Now, if you didn't want to use cup chain, you could, like I said, you could go with seed beads. You could go with seed beads, string up yourself a strand of seed beads, see? Now, this would look cute if you wanted to go that way. Instead of putting the chain, you would just make another of these and go with the seed beads. As we move forward, I will show this option as well. So in this video, you're going to get a bunch of different options, okay? So if you're like, oh yeah, that sounds interesting, just hang tight, hang tight. Here we go. So to start this out, I'm going to get my 1 cup of the orange, and I'm going to make myself a little pattern. Okay, so I kind of want this bigger one to be in the middle. I don't know if I want to cap it, do I? Maybe I do. That's cute. Okay, so at this point, I'm just kind of getting myself a little pattern going on here. With all my favorite beads from this mix. Ooh, I gotta have these in there. Oh yeah, love it. Oh, some of the little hearts. I want to put some of these little hearts towards the middle. That's cute. More of this. More of that. Now, these I'm going to save out for the time being. Kind of like those. And let's start there and see how long it is. I know, you're like, Randy, you could put it on the beadboard. I could. I think it's about 7. We can probably get away with adding a couple more spacers. I'm going to put these sparkle spacers down in here. And I don't know if we really need too many more beads. Maybe we'll put a few here. All right. Now we should be at about 7. So I'm going to put this, start it on up. Just going to start it on up. And I know you're like, Randy, it's got silver tubes and gold. I don't have gold tubes, and honestly, I am fine with the mixing of metal. I'm going to have this cup chain in between, which also is silver, so not concerned. Now with these potato chip spacers, I like to put one on upways and then the other one downways. So it kind of makes them stack up a little bit, kind of funky. That's just my personal preference. You do what you want. Okay. I'll zoom you guys in once I get these doodled up here. You guys, I'm really liking these little ice creams. When I first seen them, I was like, pastel, kinda. You know, I was really into the neon, so I was like, oh, pastel. They're kind of pastel-y. But then I was like, I thought of this bracelet, and I've been talking about it on morning coffee for a few days, and I was just like, you know, I think I'm really gonna like it. So now I'm just making sure this is the same as over here. So I'm working my way out. And I plan to just make this bracelet with a couple of different variations, a couple different ideas for you guys, because I think it's super fun. Got one extra little spacer. Okay. So, zoom you in. Here we are with our beaded portion. So it looks like. Now I'm going to give her a measure so we can know. So it's going to be about 6.5 once I get the other tube on there, which is pretty good because I am going to do lobsters here with an extender. Okay, so now if you did not want to do that and you need to go a different size, it's important to note here that you would then need to add more beads, or if you're planning to do a clasp that doesn't have an extender, you're going to want to, you know, adjust for that now. So I'm thinking it's good. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the end. Okay, so this is how we finish the end. We're going to take, same process, super easy, easy peasy. You take your crimp bead, put that on there. Okay. And now you're going to crimp that, flat crimp. Okay. Now before you just start crimping away, you got to remember, this is going to move. Okay. So I am going to, in order to try to make this the same size, I am just going to take this little tiny piece. This is a piece of sea glass. Okay. You take whatever you want. I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to move the crimp tube up to that space. And then I'm going to flat crimp it. I'm going to do this on all of the strands. Therefore, hopefully they will have the same amount of space, but it's also going to give it space to move, right? Okay. So after you got that done, you're going to do an overhand knot up as close as you can get to this crimp tube. So you're going to do overhand knot. So all you do is you just make a little loop like that. Bring this guy through there, okay? And then grab a hold of the loop side and just start pushing it down. You want to make sure you don't get on top of your you don't want it to be wrapped around your bead there, but as close as you can get it on the top. Give it a pull. Okay, so there she is. That's it. Now we're going to do the bead cover. Over the top of the knot. You know, make sure you got everything. Ooh, you got everything in there good. Nothing sticking out sideways. And you got to commit to the crimp. There you go. Easy peasy. You got to straighten it out a little bit. Do that. Okay. Now, all we do is give it a trim. I'm going to trim right up next to that crimp cover. And then we're going to take our other tube bring them down. Okay. So there we are. We're on our way. On our way. So now, here's what I'm thinking. I have these beads left from this strand. Now these are the beads that I'm going to put in the middle. Okay, I'm going to make a third bead strand. Put this in the middle. Where once we get the other one done, we'll have the exact same beads from here. Okay, so first we have to take our cup chain. So here's our cup chain. We're going to measure it out. 6.5 inches. That's about what we said. Cup chain's pretty easy. It's going to be easy to, you know, if you need to make it a little shorter, you can. So it's actually looking like I need 6 1/4. So I'm going to cut right here. We'll put it in there, and if once we got it in there, we got to go a little smaller, we'll do that. Okay. So to put this in, easy peasy, you just put these right on down in there. Oop. Oh, now look what I did. I made that one too small. Okay. You live, you learn, you get loves. Measure twice, cut once, right? Well, let me see here. Once we get this first one figured out, it'll be easy because then I'll be able to just count the cups. So I'm going to cut here because that cup's going to have to go into the tube. I'll cut extra one just in case. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of slack there. So that's that extra one I cut for precautionary reasons. So slide him into the tube. Looking pretty snazzy. All right. So now I think what I'll do is I'll take these out and I'll count the tubes, so or the cups, so we know how many we need. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 48 cups. So I am going to count out these guys. and get those ready, and I'll be right back. I got my cup chain cut. I got 4 pieces. I don't know if we'll need more. I got 4 pieces with 48 cups on. And so to install these, all we're going to do is slide 1 cup, the first cup, into the tube. Okay. Make sure it's not twisted up. So I got 1 chain in there. I'm going to put 2 in there. All right, now we can move on to our third middle beaded portion. So these are the beads that we have left from this. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these ones out. 2 of those. This guy, 2 of those, got, what is this, 3 of those, one cage bead and 2 of those sparkle beads. Okay, so this will be for our top strand. It's going to be the same as this one. So this should all be in there. So we'll put that to the side. And now with this one, we will make a little design with this one. Okay. This is going to be for the middle strand. Now, I don't know that I want any little charms. Normally I would take these little guys here and I would put them on these kind of cone-shaped ones. And I would make like some little charms. I might not do that this time, so I am gonna just move these to the side and we're gonna start our little pattern here. So I might try to put these, that might be a little bit much. You could try it if you want. We made a center focal bead, so you could try to do 1 cage bead. But I don't know, because those don't usually hang. They're better hanging as charms than, because it'll be a little off-centered. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that I will grab us out just a little center focal bead from leftover JJB, and I will be right back. This is the one I came up with out of Just James Bead storage. It's orange. And I'm just going to put that right in the middle. So that's going to be our third strand. Let's get her jewelied up. Zoom you out. So again, we're going to start this the same way, using the soft flex. Start it out just the same old way. So first we're going to tie an overhand knot. Go with our bead cover, 3mm bead cover here. Commit to the crimp tube. You guys, these are so much fun. Close up as you can get it to that bead, flat crimp. Cut off the excess, and away we go. Zoom in. this into the tube. Make sure everything is good to go there. And we start. Just a little stringing here. Okay, here we are. Moment of truth. We're in the middle. Is it the middle? It is not the middle. You see how they are not lining up exactly? No problem. Let's back out of that. We're going to need one more little tiny bead. I got some 6mm just filler beads here. Some just little clear seed beads. So I'll put one of those. Should do the trick. Okay. Might have to do 2. Pretty dang close. I'm gonna go with it. So 2 additional seed beads on the other side. Now I'm just repeating this, just making sure this is all the same. Alrighty. So now, before we even get to putting that in there, we're going to put our crimp tube. Make sure this is, pulled down all the way. And then I'm going to take that little piece of sea glass, wherever I put it. Hey, hey, little piece of sea glass, where did you go? I had you in my hand. I remember. Oh, here it is. It's clear, I was hiding. So make sure this is pulled down, and then we're going to take this, stick it in between. I'm then going to go in and flat crimp this. If I can get a hold of it. That's just for measuring, just to make sure that they have the same amount of space to move. And then we tie our overhand knot. Bring this down as closely as you can get it to this crimped bead. And then we go with the cover. So we want to make sure we got everything in there before you crimp it. And that one did get a little kind of sideways, so let's fix that. There we go. And give it a trim. Alrighty. Oh. cup chain fell out. Okay, 1, 2, and then add this guy. Nice. So there we are. We'll add our next 2 pieces of cup chain. That one might have an extra cup on it, looks like. Somebody did not count correctly. Aha. Okay. And now, this last little bit of space is for this one. The same exact one. So we had already made this once. So I am going to bounce off camera and make that. And then when I'm ready to construct it together, I'll pop back on. Here we are, guys. This one matches this one. And we're just going to put this one on top. Slide that in there. Oh. Get in there, a little silly cup chain. So that's what we got. Pretty snazzy. Now, with these cups right here, with these tubes, you do want them to be tight. This one is going to have a little bit of space to move around, but I'm not too terribly worried about it because we do have a lot of beads on there. But if you were worried about it, what you could do is you could take a piece of cup chain and put it in there. Like this. Okay. And then I'll just put this one on this side. I'll show you what I mean. So you want to fill it up. Now with these little tubes, all you got to do is push them down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this to my mat. I'm going to push it. It's going to start to close. And you can almost close those up with your fingers. I am going to just push it down into my mat. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to cut off that last chain. And do the same thing on the other side. So basically all I'm doing is I'm just filling up that little space just to make sure that they're tight in there. You could very well just put another piece of cup chain here if you want to. It's completely up to you. So again, all you do, once you got everything in there you want, push it into your mat to close that little door. That one is being kind of, this one's being kind of silly. All right, let's get some stuff down where it's supposed to be. There we go. There we go. And then close her up. Make sure it's nice and tight. And I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to cut all the cup chain. So I just am using that for a space holder. Okay. And there we go. We're getting almost done. Now all we got to do is put on our lobster and our extender, and we are good to go. Good to go. So let's see. I am going to use a couple of silver ovals here to attach on my lobster and my extender chain. Now, you could have fun with this part. You could, you know, add more little loops here. You could, you know, put a charm on your tail, your extender. You could use different chain lengths for, you know, to make a bigger, instead of using this type of extender, you could use just like some chain lengths to make it cute. Up to you, up to you. And there she is, all done and complete. So I'm gonna fasten her up. Oh, I should probably put that on. I got my lobster on upside down. Alright, so when I go to hook it up, put it on the bracelet form here for you so you can see. And there she is. Pretty snazzy. Cool, right? So let me zoom you out and we'll see if I can try this little baby on myself. See how coordinated I am today. Considering I can't even get a hold of the lobster. There we go. So I do have on just an all cup chain one too, but yeah, you guys, super fun, super cute, easy. So we are going to make some different variations using all these ice cream mixes. I'm super excited about it. We're going to use some different techniques as well, using the seed beads and other little things. So I hope you will give this video a like and stick around for maybe a couple other little bracelets. Next up, we have cookie dough. So this is cookie dough. Take a look here at what they got going on. Super cute. It's got some squares, some hearts. Are those gunmetal hearts? What are those? Oh, they're yeah, I think they are gunmetal. Cool. Got some red bronze. Little spacer rondelles. I really like these a lot. Alright, y'all. So I'm going to split these up and then we'll get on into making our next bracelet. Okay, party people, here we are down on the mat. This is cookie dough. This is the bracelet that I am going to make with this one. I've already split them up into 2 bunches from the mix. So they're just evenly split. I have my tubes. Again, these can be found on Thunderhorse Descendant. They come in a pack of 10. On my website, all that information will be down in the cards for you. Also, this one I'm going to use some Preciosa check glass seed beads, and I thought those would look smashing with those. And I do have just some little clear 6mm filler beads if I need them. We've got crimp tubes, bead covers, and our soft flex beading wire in medium. Again, I'm just using silver because it's it's a neutral color and I'm going to be working with a lot of colors today. So that's what we got going on. I may reach in for a little cup chain as we get going, but we'll see how sparkly we really need to be. We'll see how it goes. All right. So let's get this party started, shall we? First things first, I have separated the cookie dough mix into 2 equal portions. I feel like we're cooking. Anybody else? Separate your cookie dough into 2 separate bowls. I'm going to put that one to the side for now. We're going to concentrate only on this one to make our first strand design. The strand design is going to be about 6.5 inches. This will give us a about a 7-inch bracelet once we get tubes and everything else on. I am going to be using an extender for my bracelet, so if you're making something else, you may want to adjust for that here if you need it bigger or smaller. So I'm just going to start making my design. This one kind of has a bunch of different metals in it. I'm seeing gold, I'm seeing red bronze, I'm seeing gunmetal hearts. Ooh, it does have these little cute little matte black crystals. I really like those a lot. Cute, cute, cute. All of these mixes are super cute. They have different, hi, Mr. Bunsen. They have different little, you know, odds and ends in them. So this whole bracelet making process has been super fun if you've been following along. Excuse me, sir. You cannot be up here. Yeah, wave to the people. Hello. Get down. Go on. Shoo. No. Mr. Bunsen has decided that he really wants to be involved in this. Oh my goodness. This cat. Little pearls are cute. Do you fit in there? With the buttons? With the dress it up buttons? Not really. You don't really fit, Mr. Bunsen. Oh boy. Yeah, you see what I'm doing right here? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm making bracelet. Can you not? Come on. Ugh. You stay down. Stay down. Okay, so anyway, back to this whole situation. This cat, you guys. All right, so anyways, I like these little hearts. These are cute. I would like to have these more towards the front, I think. Right there. And these little sparkly ones are cool. I really like these spacers. These are cute. Spacer, spacer. Maybe that'll be enough. We're only looking for about 6.5 inches, so we shall see. We shall see what we get here. It's about 6. I mean, on the table all crunched up like that, it's about 6. So I think we could do a couple more. I think I'll do hearts. I like these. These are cute. Or there's these black matte. Those are cute too. There's some little orange ones. think. Maybe like that. All right. Let's go with that. See how we end up. This might be a little bit much, these two. Maybe I won't go with those. I'll just go like that. All right, let me string it up for us. I'll be right back. I suppose I should show you how to put this on there, huh? In case you missed the beginning of this. So we are going to take about 11 inches of our soft flex medium beading wire. Okay, medium. And we are going to tie an overhand knot. We're going to bring that to the end. I'm going to get my chain nose. And I'm just going to give that a tight pull. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take a 3mm bead cover. Oh, dropped it. And we're going to put that over the top of the knot. Okay. Once we got that on there, we're going to take a crimp tube and we're going to bring that as close as we can get it to this bead cover. This is going to act as a guardian for our wire coming out of the tube. So that's why you want it to be so close. Just going to give it a flat crimp. You don't need to crimp it. Do all the crimpy things, just a flat crimp. We're going to go ahead and take off this excess. And now we are ready to put this into the tube. These tubes are about 1 inch long. Okay. And now we're ready to bead. So now I'm just going to put this pattern on there the way we have discussed. Easy peasy. You guys, these things are so fun to make. I plan to make one with all of the colors because they're super good. Clearly, Mr. Bunsen is having some kind of issues today. Not exactly sure what they are, but he's just really having a time, I guess. You know what I think I'm going to do here? Normally, I like to stack these potato chips so that they're go opposite direction. But today, I think I will make it so this one, I put this one on, it's kind of going to cup this bead a little bit. And when I put this one on, I'll go the other way because I have a square bead here. So it'll kind of hug in there like that. Yeah, I like it. Same thing on the other side. Ooh, maybe. There we go. Then I'm just making sure that this pattern is matching as we go back the other way. You meow, Mr. Bunsen. I got a different bead here for some reason. I need a pearl. Oh yeah. I'm digging it. So there's our first strand. And how we're going to do this is we are going to put a crimp bead. So in order to make sure we have space, I've been using this little piece of sea glass, and I bring these down all tight, and then I'm going to stick this piece of sea glass in between the bead and the crimp. That's going to give it enough space that I need. I'll go ahead and flat crimp it for the beads to move around. Okay. After I got my crimp, I'm going to go ahead and do an overhand knot. Bring that down as close as I can to this crimp bead. Now, you need it to be on top of the crimp bead. Can't have it going all wonky like it's trying to do. And you want it to be as close as you can get it. Just like that. Then we're going to go in with our crimp cover, bead cover, on top of the knot. Make sure everything's all good there, nothing hanging out. The bead is round. And then we're going to go ahead and trim off the excess. And this one is good to go into the tube. Rocking and rolling out. Now, I am going to do up, I'm just going to bead the same way we've done this. I'm just going to take these seed beads, put them on wire on the soft flex. The same amount of inches, and I'm going to do 4. I think I will do 4. Yes, I'm going to do 4 of them. Okay, so just seed beads, 4 of them, the same way we've done this. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, friends, here we are. These are my seed beads that I put on. I will say that I was having a little struggle with getting them to work out to be the same length. But I got what I got, and I twisted them around. I got them on there. So now we are going to do the second strand. So again, we're just going to tie a knot in this. Get out our handy dandy crimp beads. Crimp cover, excuse me. And then crimp bead. And we are good to roll. What is it, Mr. Bunsen? I'm making a spectacular bracelet. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? That's not for you. Hmm. I see someone would beg to differ. All right, guys, we are going with banana cream today. Banana cream today. So let's take a look at those. And see what we got here. Move me over a little bit. There we go. So these are banana cream from the ice cream collection from JJB. And let's see what they have given us for banana cream. Okay, so I see a few different beads here. All silver findings, which is great. I like that. Ooh, those are different. So we got these guys right here. We have some different crystals, different kinds of crystals. A few dyed howlite. We do have these same kind of little stripey ones. Oh, we had a few charms and some metal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort these out into 2 separate piles the way that we've been doing, exactly equal, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm all sorted. These ones, I haven't been using these little flower ones. I'm probably going to use them for something else. But these are kind of the extras that didn't match, so I'm just going to set these to the side over here. And then we are going to get started on our design. So for this design, we are still doing the tube multi-strand bracelets. So I've got 2 tubes. The tubes are about 1 inch long. And I've been using this soft flex. Now, I ran out of medium soft flex. What was that, yesterday? I gotta look and see if I have some medium. I do have some medium, but it's in a singed. I got purple and I got pink. Let's see. Heavy. Heavy. Looks like all I have left is heavy. And I don't necessarily want to use heavy for this. But I might not have an option. Okay, so we'll go with heavy. Because I don't want to use purple or pink. I could probably use those with the purple and the pink beads, and that'll look cute. Alright, so let's dump this out. And I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So, just tying over a knot, as we have been doing for all the beaded strands. Going to cover. And then I'm going to go with crimp bead. And I'm just going to flat crimp here. As close up to that bead as I can. And that is where we will start. So we got that ready to go. So now, here's my plan for this one. I found in my stash a little piece of yellow cup chain. Okay, so I want to put that in the middle. This one is going to be longer because I didn't really want to cut this piece of cup chain. So let me just see how long it is. It's about 8 inches. So I think what I will do for this is I will actually trim it. I am going to actually trim it a little bit to be 7 inches. So what did I cut off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups. And then I'm going to come in with some clear cup chain. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I have 4 clear strands and 1 of the yellow. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this first clear strand and I put it at the bottom. So I'm just going to put that inside the cup here. Inside the tube, I mean. I'm going to do a second strand. And then these ones will go at the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the 2 beaded portions that go in between the cup chains. And we're going to do that with the banana cream. It's banana cream, right? Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just move you up a little bit and we're going to make a design. And so we have a lot of beads and we're only going to make 2 strands this time. So we kind of have a little more control over what beads we want to use because we're not going to stretch it into making 3 strands. So I'm just going to make the design here. Do that little butterfly charm. Okay, that's probably going to be wide enough. So all right, let's give that a whirl, huh? So all I'm going to do is start beating it up. Okay. Then we're going to put on our yellow cup chain. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the same exact strand, except for I'm going to put the 2 yellows on this side. And then we'll pop that one in there. Alrighty, I got the second one done. You can see here. It's going to slide right in there like that. Then we add the top 2 cup chains. And then all we got to do is close up the tubes. Okay, I'm going to close these tubes up, and then okay, maybe I am. I got a dog down here who's real unhappy. There we go. And I just push these into my mat. You can start them with your fingers. You can, you know, use your plier. But I just find that if you can get them started with your just pushing them into your mat, they close up pretty good. Spectacular. This is our first one with charms. And it's got the multicolored cup chain. I will finish up the findings. And I will put this one, give you a little few photos and videos of that one. There she is. Banana cream. Mr. Benson, my supervisor, is just keeping his eyes on everything here.